Who says crafting is a dying art? I'm finding crafters all over the Middle Tennessee area who make unique items that'll be passed down for generations to come. Welcome to HandMade Tennessee. I'm Kimberly Vance with my special guest today, Viola Paz. Welcome, Viola.
Thank you, Bim.
Thank you so much for coming today. We're going to have a good time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Now, Viola has brought us something that we don't really get to see a lot of, especially handmade in this area. You're going to show us today how to do dream catchers.
That's correct.
Oh, that is so interesting. How did you first become involved in your interest, I guess, in the dream catchers?
Well, the dream catcher always was important to me, but my sister-in-law in Texas is the one that taught me how to make them. After she gave me one as a gift, I wanted to learn how to do this.
Wow. So you're originally from New Mexico?
Yes, I am.
And you were out there for years?
I was born and raised there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful
yes,
country.
in Santa Fe.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I love it out there. But you said you did not get interested until you actually left New Mexico.
Yes, I started missing some of my heritage and the tradition. I didn't realize what we had until I left.
Wow, isn't that so often the case?
Yes.
Don't know what you've got until it's kind of not around you so much.
That's correct.
Oh, that's neat. Well, then you moved to Texas, you said, and then you got interested and kind of learned how to do it.
Yes,
then.
actually I started off with the dream catchers, and then I became interested in the other artifacts, the Indian artifacts.
Oh, wow.
So I would use my creativity and make several things and crafts.
Now, what is the legend or the lore? What is it with the dream catcher?
Actually, the legend of the dream catcher started back with the native Indians of the Great Plains generations ago. And I believe back in the 1700s. And they firmly believe that the night air carries dreams of all sorts, good and bad. And the dream catcher, historically, the dream catcher is hung above the, let me see if I can find, is hung above the heads of the Indians, and it's hung in the teepee, the lodge, and right above the baby's cradle board. And as it swings freely, according to the legend, it will catch all the dreams that are flowing through the air. And the good dreams, knowing the way through the dream catcher, will seep through the holes and slide down the feathers onto the heads of the sleeper. Wow. And sometimes he or she will never know whether they're dreaming or not.
Wow.
But on the other hand, the bad dreams, not knowing the way through the dream catcher, will get caught in the web, and they will perish at the first light of the next day.
Oh, and so you don't catch the bad dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I had always wondered what it was about dream catchers because they're so beautiful and they tend to be so colorful and, you know, the beautiful native colors.
Yes.
And I just wondered what that was. Well, that's very interesting. So are there different types of dream catchers, different sizes? I think that several that I see around this area, a lot of times they'll just have one circle. And I noticed that this one has 3. Is that just a personal choice?
Yes. This once I started doing this, I was bored with just the one style. So I created different styles and just bloomed into other areas. I use a basket to do this one and decorated the back side of it.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
So this is actually a basket? Oh my. How in the world did you do that? Just string it around.
You just weave your string. It's a waxed string that you use.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you've put the leather and stuff in there. Oh, that's gorgeous. Now, where do you come up with your inspirations for these?
I have no clue. I just see something and
clicks.
It clicks.
Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. You know, something else that I wonder if you couldn't use, you know those, they hold your paper plates in the summer?
Yes.
You know, and they look similar to this.
Yes.
That might be just a minor version if we wanted to just try and get started, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. All right, now what is this one? Is this a different...
It's not necessarily a dream catcher, but I use the same technique, just making a wall decoration, just because this is what I like to do.
Oh, that's beautiful. I bet your home has all kinds of gorgeous stuff in it.
Well, it's all full of Southwest decor.
Ah, beautiful. So you brought a little bit of the Southwest up here to us. We love that. Well, can you show us a little bit about how we
Yes.
might get started? Now, what would we need if we were going to make dream catchers and maybe even some wall hangings or something like that?
Okay, you need to start with the rings.
Okay.
And thankful to the modern days, the craft stores has everything you need.
All right.
And you can start off with any size ring. Right now I'm doing some small ones that I like to do for the rear view mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, how cute.
just hang them over the mirror or under the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And,
that's neat.
Then you can do different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
This in particular one I started doing when you asked me to do on your show. I wanted to do something different, and I thought, well, that's what I'm coming up with. And what I'm going to do with this one is put the smaller rings right in between here,
Oh, wow.
and then have the feathers hanging off
Mm-hmm.
of this something similar to what I did on this one.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Instead of the strap, I'll just do the rings.
Ah, that is gorgeous. Now, what is this right here?
That is just cotton
Mm-hmm.
that's something not originally used by the Indians, but something that is used now for more modern.
I wondered if it was something that they had readily available. Oh, that's beautiful, and I love the way that you've done the feathers. You know, feathers are making such a comeback, too.
Yes, they
I
are.
remember years ago you had earrings and hair things, and for the longest you would have been hard-pressed to find something like that. And now they've got them braided in their hair
Yes,
and
they
all
do.
kinds of cute stuff. Earrings, and I think, wow, if I'd have held on to that stuff, I'd have had a gold mine in feathers and stuff. Wow, that's
You'd be in
neat.
style.
Yes, I would. I would have been very much in style again. We were talking the other day about how all the trends come back.
That's true.
Have you seen a new interest in the dream catchers lately?
No, not just this right here, but they're very simple to make. You just can sit and do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's once you get the technique, you can sit there and do it.
Wow.
I had him trying to help me the other night.
Your friend trying to help you there? How did that work out for you?
Oh, he started doing his own thing. It's
All
going to
right.
be fun.
So you can, what you're saying is you can get help or you can do it alone.
Yes.
Right? All right. All right, are you going to give us a sample of
Yes.
what you're working on
Okay,
here?
I can start with the ring.
Okay.
Then I have the lace, leather lace that I use different colors.
Okay.
Depending on what idea I'm going to be using.
Leather lace. And is that what it's called when we go to find it?
Yes.
Okay. Leather
It's just-
lace.
It's just sweet.
Wow.
And we have beads. I use all sorts of beads.
Again, would this be personal preference?
Yes.
All right.
And they have the smaller hole that you use in the webbing.
Okay.
And you may or may not need it to use it. It's just a preference as well.
Okay.
And the ones with a larger hole are used for the string of the feathers.
Okay. All right. So what are you going to make for us here today? What are you going to show us how?
I wanted to show how we first start with the ring, and I covered with the lace all the way around.
Okay.
And to measure that, you use 4 times the area of the ring, I
Okay.
guess the diameter.
All right. So 4 times the size of
Yes.
the ring. All right.
And same thing for your waxed string.
Now, what is the waxed string?
This is to make your webbing.
Okay. So that's what this actually is
Yes.
the wax string. All right. And where do we find the wax string? Again, the same
Yes.
areas. And is it called wax string?
Yes.
All right, wax string. Okay, very good. And I see that you've got a few different colors here that we could use.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Here
So
I
you could pretty much go any color
Yes.
decoration that you wanted. All right.
Again, it's all preference, but I'm sure that back when they used twigs,
Whatever they had.
whatever they had, their own
Wow.
little trinkets.
Oh, my goodness. That is so neat. All right, so what do we do next?
So here, depending on the size of the ring, you'll measure out how wide you want them to be apart. This
Okay.
one in particular is about an inch apart.
Okay. And you're talking about the actual webbing here?
Yes.
Is about an inch apart.
Yes, when you
Okay.
first get started.
All right.
And measure it out so that you will be even all the way around.
Okay.
So what I do is I start off, make a square knot, and make sure that it's not going to slip. Then you're putting your string, start from the back, and come in through the loop and measure out about an inch.
So what, these little clips?
Those are for the, for what I do is I use my glue to tie anything together, which will be on your lace. And when you're splicing it together, you're going to need a little glue, and I use the little clips.
All right.
And they'll take about an hour
For them to dry?
to dry.
Okay.
Then you can continue your...
Do you use hot glue or just school glue?
Just super glue.
Oh, okay.
Just super glue.
All right.
And so
Okay.
you make your loop, and you tighten it,
Uh-huh.
and then you go on to the next one.
Oh.
And this is a process that you do all the way around. And once you get to the second string, or the second row, you're going to bring your fabric, your loop, right through there. And you'll just go continue on all the way around.
And then that pulls that down a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So then you come up with the intricate design that you have here. Now, how do you put the beads on at this point?
Yes. In this case, what I'm going to do is just cut a string. And it's probably going to be, this particular size will probably be about a yard.
All right. Is there any way to mess up? Like if we cut too much, that's okay. If you cut it too short, have you pretty much
Yes.
messed up?
You can make a square knot anywhere in there
All right, and add some
and
to
add
it.
some. Because of the way that it's turned, it's very hard to tell where you're going to make your knot.
All right.
But you can run out of string. But what
So it's okay, just make a square knot. All right.
what I do is I try not to.
It's better to have a little too much than not enough, isn't it?
And I'll use about the same amount of string that I do of lace.
Okay.
It's
So about 4 times?
4 times.
All right. Oh, that is just amazing. Now that's something else, how that's going to come out. Then your second row will
We'll pull
form
on,
that right
yeah,
there.
We'll pull right in here.
Oh, that is so neat.
And what you can do is just feed your bead in there.
Again, personal preference. You have some beautiful beads. Okay, and you're just putting that through there. All right.
And bring your bead all the way in so that it won't get in the way when you're
And I'll just tell you, mine would be bedazzled all over the place. Mine would have beads going everywhere.
Once you get
So
started,
pretty.
it's not as hard as it seems.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, that's adorable.
Maybe I should use a different color so you could have seen it better.
No, I think that's beautiful. All right, so then we keep on going around.
Around.
And so on your second row then, I assume that you would come like through that one.
Yes.
Is that correct? All right. And then until you get in the center. Now, when we get in the center, how do you stop that?
I like to put a bead in the center just so I can hide my knot. But you will do the same thing. End it up with a square knot as you pull it into one of the loops.
Yeah.
I fed my string through this bead and made my tie against one
All
of the
right.
other.
And just put in there. And do you use any glue on that? Do you glue that in place, or does that pretty much stay
No,
in
it
place?
pretty much stays in place.
Oh,
Now some
wow.
of these beads, if you don't want them to be shifting around, you can glue them.
Okay. I think they're prettier when they shift around, though. And then where do the feathers come in?
Okay, the feathers will be depending on how long you want them. Because of where the position of this little dream catcher is going to be, you don't want them too long. So I guess, again, you use your judgment on how you want to place them.
You're saying about how long it'll make it?
How long? It's going to be on the
your
rearview
feather.
mirror.
Okay.
So you don't want it distracting anything.
Right.
Now these guys here, I like to make them pretty long.
That is just beautiful. Outstanding.
Okay, now we're going to feed. Try to find the center of this thing.
So you're putting that through the center just to center it?
Yes.
All right.
Then you're going to bring it through the loop.
Okay.
Make it nice and tight. and you're going to feed your beads with a larger hole through there. And I'm just going to use a variety of.
So personal preference on this, whatever you're trying to match or whatever you
Yes.
just like. Do you have a lot of requests? Do a lot of your friends back home and stuff want you to send them to them? Or I guess, does everybody out in that area enjoy making them? Or?
Actually not. I don't know of anyone that will do this as a pleasure craft.
Isn't that something?
They're more popular away from the area.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy them. They will sell.
Again, that's always the way, isn't it? What's right there in your backyard you're not that interested in. I know they're very popular in this area.
I didn't realize that. My daughter teased me, and she says, "Mother, what are you going to do with all your Southwest decor?" And I said, "Well, I'm going to put it up."
Little taste of the Southwest here. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I see now how you're getting that. Okay. Oh, that is so pretty.
And then you feed your feathers through there. And because of this one particular bead being larger than the rest, we'll probably need more feathers.
And again, you just get your feathers there as well at
Yes.
the hobby shops?
Yes.
They're so pretty.
And there's,
And you didn't have to glue that in or anything?
I normally do, but
Just to make sure it doesn't fall
yes, once I'm getting ready to place it wherever it needs to go.
out? You know, it seems like you could even put some kind of little metal
Yes.
beads or something
Yes,
to
you
make
can.
a a wind chime sound.
I have, I didn't bring it with me, but I do have some that have the metal.
That make the wind chime sound?
Yes.
Oh, that is
Well,
so neat.
if you have them out where they're going to be swinging, I have mine on the wall.
Inside the house? Oh, that is something else. All right, so then when you decide to make a 3, now how would this work? Because obviously you've got this one, so then do you just start in the second one? Give us a little sample of how you might do that,
Actually-
in case we wanted to be a little more ambitious.
This particular one is going to be, this is the only dream catcher on the piece.
Okay.
What I'm going to be doing is feeding some lace through here. Now this is going to be glued on.
And then you use your clips, you said,
I'll use
to...
my little clip to keep
all
it.
right. And these are just like those paper clip things,
Yes.
aren't they?
They're
I love these things.
small and very easy to work with. And I'm going to feed it through.
Oh.
Just to keep it in place. This is more than anything to keep it in place,
Uh-huh.
to keep it from shifting so much.
Now, how long does it normally take you to make one this size?
I don't do it in a hurry. I play, I'll start it, take a break, come back to it. I would say maybe 6 hours.
Wow. Oh, that's neat. So that's just the weaving through there. Oh, that is so interesting. I had no idea that so much went into them. You can tell by looking at them, but you figure, they're probably mass-produced or...
There are some that are mass-produced,
And they're just not nearly as good looking as these.
but they're not personal.
Mm-hmm.
And I have not yet made 2 of a kind.
Wow.
I don't make them to sell.
Mm-hmm.
It's all for gifts.
Does everybody you know have one now? Just
No.
about?
So that's going to be.
Oh, that looks like a star.
Now I would probably, with more time, I would probably space it a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Now the second row is going to have these things.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to have 3 of them in there.
Uh-huh. Now, how will you fasten that in there?
They're going to be snugly.
Uh-huh. And then will you fasten them with
Yes.
the leather lace?
Mhm.
Oh, give us a little example of how you might do that. Do you want to clip that over there?
Sure.
All right. That is amazing. Now, are the rings that you buy, are they very costly?
Oh, no. No. You can get, I think, the medium-sized ones. There's a large one like this for maybe $2.50.
Oh.
And the medium-sized ones are $2. Then maybe $1.25. And there's this package. I think there's 6 for $2.25.
Oh, that's not bad at all. So you really could get out at a decent price.
Then my, so if I could just see, how am I going to do this?
Do you want me to hold something up? You good?
Yeah.
You've done it all this time without me, haven't you? So you're probably all right. And then again, you would glue that.
Yes.
All right. And then you just cut the ends off?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, they're not going to be cut. They're going to be spliced together. The ends will meet.
Now, how do you splice that together?
With glue.
Okay. All right, so you want to wrap it around. Let's look at this one. It looks like you've got a very neat situation here.
Now this one, because it went several times, I had to tuck it in.
Okay.
I tucked it in the backside.
And then glued it.
But these ones, I'm going to just do one because they're going to be snuggled right against here.
All right.
And it's not going to stay because I don't have it propped properly.
Now, do you put any beads or anything on those?
This is going to have the web. These are going to have the web, and the strings are not going to be attached to that. The long strings will come on the outside of the larger one.
Ah, it's going to be so pretty.
I'm not sure if I'm going to make this work or not.
You'll have to show it to us when you get it finished.
I think the best way to do is tie it for now.
All right. So you're kind of giving us a preview of how it's going to look. So you fasten it at the top and the bottom to get it to fit snugly in there is how it will be. Oh, wow, that is going to be so neat. Now, do you do different colors? Again, you could do like a brown, a blue, and maybe a burgundy or something?
It depends on the spot where you're going to hang your piece. This particular one is not going to be as colorful. I'm going to use the earth tone colors.
Oh.
Now the beads might be colorful. Down here I'll probably use the red beads and maybe a turquoise piece in the center.
Oh, it's going to be so lovely. And then you say you put the long pieces, like,
Yes.
Is that where you would do your feathers and
Yes.
things like that? And again, it looks like you have tied those the same way. Tuck those in up under there. Oh, that is so pretty. Wow, that's going to make somebody a beautiful gift. Now, do you have these hanging, I think I asked you a little bit ago, do you have them hanging everywhere in your home?
At least, I try to have at least one in every room.
Do you? Do you find it beneficial?
I like the feel of it.
Ah, that's so nice.
Just to have it there.
And plus it's something that you've handcrafted, and it's just very rewarding, isn't it?
I have several pieces that I do. I work with leather. I make leather wall hangings as well.
Oh, wow. And then would that be something along the same lines of this?
Actually, I use the wooden rings. I believe they're used for
like
the
needlepoint and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
The larger ones. And I'll cover them with leather, and I'll do something with that. And I'm learning how to oil paint.
Oh, wow.
So my instructor has said I could use oil paints on the leather. So I'm incorporating everything I'm learning into my crafts.
Wow, we look forward to seeing some more of your work too. That's going to be so pretty. Oh, I just love it. Well, I'll tell you what, this has really been something else, and I did not know the legend either. So that's very interesting. Thank you very much for bringing a little bit of the Southwest up to the Middle Tennessee area. We love stuff like that.
Yeah.
How long have you actually lived here? You've been here for a pretty good while now, haven't you?
6 months.
Oh, 6 months. Not that long. Well, we're going to break you in just right, okay? And I know you are going to be broken in correctly. Well, that's our show for today. If you'd like to get in touch with us, please email us at handmadetennessee@bltv.net. That's handmadetn@bltv.net. Or like us on Facebook at HandMade Tennessee. Thanks very much to our special guest today, Viola Paz. I'm Kimberly Vance, and I hope you've been inspired to create your own Handmade Tennessee. If you enjoyed today's show, check us out on Facebook for other shows and information at www.facebook.com/HandmadeTennessee. You can also email us your comments or suggestions to handmadetn@bltv.net.